Have you ever noticed what happens during the first 15 minutes after the market opens? Price explodes in one direction and then everyone starts chasing that move. Why? Because everyone is afraid of missing out. But then 20 minutes later, the market completely reverses. And today, I'm going to show you this amazing strategy that is designed to take advantage of exactly that. The first 1 hour of each trading session. It's called the opening range reversal. It's repeatable, newbie friendly, and best of all, it's simple. My name is Sylvia and I've been trading for 13 years. And one of the things that I learned throughout this time is that 90% of the profits a trader will make in their entire lifetime will happen within the first 1 hour of each trading session. So if you want to increase your chances of becoming a successful day trader, you've gotta master the open. And if you want to master the open, you need the right strategy. Otherwise, it's game over. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the opening range reversal in 3 simple steps. The exact same way it was shown to me 10 years ago, and the exact way I've shown it to hundreds of traders who are trading live with us in our trading community. Traders who are using this exact same strategy day in, day out to make solid trades like this. Then, after I walk you through the 3 steps, I'm going to show you a trade that I recently took live on Zoom in our trading community so that you know how to use that strategy in real market conditions. Let's get started. So step 1. Pull up a chart wherever you're trading as long as it's a liquid instrument. In my example, I'm going to use the NQ, the Nasdaq futures, because that's what I trade 95% of the time. Now, just for clarification, the black area right here represents the regular US trading hours, 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. And the gray area represents pre-market and post-market hours. So what we want to do next is open the 15-minute chart. And that right here matters, 15-minute time frame. Now, as soon as the market opens 9:30 a.m. Eastern, do nothing. Seriously, do not touch anything until the first 15-minute candle closes. Once it closes, grab a drawing tool. I personally like boxes. And now we want to connect the very highest price of that 15-minute candle with the very lowest price, just like that. So that right here was the lowest price and that right here was the highest price of that candle. That's it. Pretty simple. I told you. Now what you just boxed in is a battlefield. And what we want to know next is who made that range and why. Which leads me to our step number 2. We want to figure out if that candle that we just boxed in is a manipulation candle. Because if it is, we're on to something special. And just in a moment, I will show you the exact indicator I used to figure that out. But first, let me explain what's a manipulation candle. A manipulation candle, it's any fast and aggressive candle moving hard in one direction. And the direction does not matter. It can be up or down. What matters is the speed and the aggression. So in our case, that's a huge green candle moving straight up, looking like a solid breakout. But here's the key. That's more than a candle. It's an emotional event. And that's exactly where the edge lives. Think about what happens when a big green candle like that rips across the screen right at the open. Traders all over the world see that and they want to jump in chasing that breakout. And that's the point. They think I gotta get in now because otherwise I'm going to miss out. And then they pile in. But you know what? That's not an accident. It's designed this way. And here's why. Institutions trade massive size. They can't just click buy market and buy billions of dollars of the NQ. They need the other side of that trade. They need liquidity. So what do they do to get that? They engineer that. They create a move just like that, violent enough to suck thousands of retail traders in. So your entries, your stop losses, your chases, that's the liquidity pool they use to get in and out of positions. But don't take my word for it. Listen to this. This right here is Dr. David Paul, one of the sharpest old school traders.
The best trades occur after the masses have been stopped out and markets tend to move. And that's because the big fellas up there, they can't press the wee button and get in because there's just not enough liquidity there for them to get in size. So they have to, in fact, engineer 100,000 guys like you, sir. Pull you one way, your stop loss gets hit. That, in fact, sets off a sea of liquidity for them to get in.
Now replay that back. They have to trap you. This is not optional for them. This means this move happens every single day, like clockwork. And here's the thing. When you see a manipulation candle at the open just like that, most of the time it gets reversed. Let's take a look. You see, this is a huge green candle right at the open, a typical manipulation candle. It looks strong, it looks convincing, it makes you feel like you're going to miss out on a potential breakout trade. But a few minutes later, look what happens. The market immediately reverses straight to the downside. So that first green candle where you thought it's going to break out, that was the trap. And once you know it, that's your edge. That's the opening range reversal. Let's take a look at one more. This right here is the ES. And as we can see, we have a huge big candle at the open. And this right here looked like a breakout. But a few minutes later, look what happens. The market dumped straight into the lows. And again, this was a trap. Now, how do we know that's truly a manipulation candle and not just a regular candle? There is a quick check, and once you verify that this is a trap, I will show you the entry signal that made this to my signature setup. So let's check the indicator that I promised earlier. Now go to the daily chart and click on indicators on your platform. What we want to add is the average true range, ATR. Now leave the default settings, do not touch anything. What's important now is to look at the last candle on this daily chart and look down to the ATR. You see, when you go with mouse over on the right side, you will see a number. In this case, our number is 768. Now I'm going to round it to 750 to keep the math easier. So what does that number mean? That number is the NQ average daily range. This means on a typical day throughout that cycle, the NQ is moving around 750 points up or down. Now that we know that, let's go back to our 15-minute chart. Remember, we boxed in this 15-minute candle earlier. So here's what's important. If your boxed 15-minute candle is 20% or more of the daily range, it's a manipulation candle. Now let's do the math and don't get scared here. It's easy, okay? 20% of 750 points average range is 150 points. So if the top to bottom of that opening candle is more than 150 points, this means it's a manipulation candle. So from the low to the high, this candle has 239 points. And this is way past the threshold. It's actually almost 32% of that average daily range. It's a textbook manipulation candle. And the higher the percentage, the more likely it is a manipulation. Now let's summarize. We've boxed the 15-minute range on the 15-minute chart, and we confirmed on the daily chart using the ATR that this is a manipulation candle. Now what do we do next? We have to look for a specific signal to enter the reversal of this candle. And pay attention close to this, because if you get this wrong, the rest will not matter. Now, for the entry, we want to drop down to a smaller time frame. This could be 5-minute, 10-minute, 1-minute chart, whatever works for you. Don't overcomplicate it. So in our example, I'm going to drop down to the 5-minute chart. So now that we're on the 5-minute chart, here's the crucial part. We want to wait for one specific signal to appear, because if this signal doesn't show up, that manipulation move is most likely not over yet and not ready to reverse. And the move can keep going for another 20, 30, or 40 minutes. So without the signal, you do not touch it. The signal that I'm talking about, it's called the pitchfork. What we want to see is one full candle that closes in the opposite direction of that push. So in our case, we want to see one red candlestick on that lower time frame closing red. And here we have that first red candle. Now, the type of the candle does not matter. It can be a John Wick candle, a full body candle, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it closes in the opposite direction of that initial push. Why? Because this candle right here, it's an announcement that big players just absorbed all of that liquidity right here, stepped in and are ready to reverse the price. Think about it this way. If someone with a bankroll this size just faded that initial push, most likely they want to keep pushing the price lower. And their intentions are clear, they're on the chart. So our entry happens as soon as the next candle starts pushing below the low of that initial first red candle. And the stop loss goes slightly above. We don't want to choke the stop loss too tight. Just leave it always a few points room. That's it. 3 ingredients: push, signal candle, and break below. A few minutes later, the price immediately flushes straight to the low that we initially boxed in on the 15-minute chart. And by the way, this is a great area to start taking some partial profits, pay yourself, and get out of the risk. And a few minutes later, we broke straight through that low. A typical and solid opening range reversal. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, you cherry-picked that example. So let's go ahead and see what happened on the NQ this week. This right here is the 15-minute chart, and as you can see, right at the open, the price pushes up and immediately after that drops and reverses. A typical opening range reversal. Then the following day, same thing, look at that, pushes up, and right after, it reverses and drops. If you keep going, it did the day after exactly that. Pushes up and then immediately reverses down. So out of the last 5 days, this happened 3 times. And if you go back on multiple charts like ES or any other instruments, you will find that exact same pattern. So now I want to walk you through a trade that I recently took live in our trading community. And as you can see, this right here was my exact entry. And I also explained the exact setup live on Zoom for those who trade live with us every single day. So the first thing we want to do is go to the daily chart and determine the average range that the asset moves on a day. And that right here is the ES. And when you look down to the right side, you see here the ATR, and we see on the right side a number 109. This means the ES is currently moving around 109 points per day on average. So now that we know that, we want to switch to the 15-minute chart. So now that we're on the 15-minute chart, we want to wait for the market to open. And right at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, what we want to do is wait for the first 15 minutes to pass. So once that first 15-minute bar closes, we want to box in the high and the low of that candle, just like that. This is our opening range. Now that we've done that, what we see here is that the market flushes straight to the lows and actually breaks this low right here. So what we want to do next is switch to the lower time frame. In this case, this is the 5-minute chart, and then we want to wait for our pitchfork confirmation and reversal. Now, as we can see right here, these are the first 15 minutes that we boxed in, and we already see a little bit of a reversal here. So what I want to see next before I enter the trade, I want to see that the next candle starts crossing the high of this one. This is going to give me a confirmation that real buyers are stepping in ready to reverse the price. As we can see, we have a nice confirmation here. The next candlestick is pushing above this one, so I'm going to try to get in at the best possible price. Stop loss can be placed slightly underneath. Now, a few minutes later, the price pushes straight through the highs right here. And what I like doing in a situation like that is move my stop loss to break even. This way I'm out of the risk and also take some partial profits. Now that I took partial profits, I'm going to let the remainder go and see if I can squeeze even more out of this move. A few minutes later, the market keeps pushing higher. So because I don't want to give chunks of my profits, I'm going to go ahead and close that position. Now, before I go, I just decided to give you something special, a bonus. What you just learned about the opening range reversal, the ATR, the manipulation candles, and the pitchfork, it's a solid strategy, and that alone is going to get you pretty far. But there is one thing you can add to it that can increase your win rate dramatically. Not just a little bit, but dramatically. So the manipulation candle tells you that someone big is acting, ready to reverse the price. But it doesn't tell you where. If you want to know where the likelihood for a potential reversal increases, you can add levels. Levels such as the previous swing high and the previous swing low. These are major support and resistance zones where big orders have been sitting since yesterday or even the weeks before. I personally call these the magic lines. Now, why do these levels matter so much? Because levels are where the liquidity sits. Let's take a look at this chart. This right here is the NQ futures, the Nasdaq, and the 15-minute chart. And remember, this right here represents the open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And look what happens. The market opens and prints a huge manipulation candle. It looks like a breakout, and then another one. But look where it stops. Take a look at this. This right here was the previous high. So most likely, here are buy orders sitting or short sellers are placing their stop orders. This area acts as a major resistance zone. Therefore, chances are that the price is going to reverse exactly there. So what I like doing in cases like that, I'm not only looking at the manipulation candles, but I'm just drawing a simple line at the previous swing high and at the previous swing low, just before the market opens. This way, I know the exact levels I can look at in combination with our manipulation and opening range reversal. And in this case right here, this looked like a charm. It went straight into this area, printed a few wicks on the top of these candles, and immediately reversed lower. Now let's take a look at one more example also from this week. The following day, same instrument, same manipulation. The market opens and prints a big red candle, just enough to make people think that it is breaking the lows. And look where it stops, right at the previous low. It actually slightly breaks below that, just enough to grab people's stops, grab liquidity, and then reverses straight off this zone. So again, also here, before the market opens and before you start looking for manipulation, do the work and draw one simple line around the previous swing and the previous swing high. And by the way, look what happens. Right after the bounce, the market stops right here, which was again another previous high and the low from the day before. So now you know why I call these magic lines, because they act like magic. And if you add them to the opening range reversal, you will be unstoppable. So that's the opening range reversal. Box in the range, confirm the trap, and wait for confirmation. 3 simple steps. And look, if you don't get it, just take it slow. Take it day by day. Eventually, you will start seeing things on the chart that you didn't see before. And the traps finally will start becoming opportunities. Now, if you want to get the mapped out zones that we're watching each week, feel free to check the link in the description. I'm sending each week our gains guide preparation so that you stay ahead of the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you back here on our channel again. Bye for now.